So you added Dagon's evil side. Basically, yes. I also added Dagon's brain in it as well. And luckily, it was a part that was basically acting evil. That it was a part that he was acting evil. So will the two consciousness will try to fight each other? No, they'll work together. They won't take control completely like how Ghidorah took control of Mechagodzilla in Godzilla vs. Kong. It'll be sort of different. The mech will have its own personality. Basically, his own actions will be his own. His actions will be his own actions, basically. And finally, I also discovered that G-Force have also built a Mechagodzilla of their own. But this one was built off the skeleton of the first Godzilla. The one that ravaged Japan in 1954. And that being, well, aka Godzilla's mother. And she's trying desperately to retrieve her mother's remains and put them back into the sea where they belong. That is all very interesting, I guess. Indeed. And soon, our mecha will be ready once when we get the power source that we need. So, how long do you think it'll take for that to happen? What, for us to get the power source? I don't know. That's if that Mecha Godzilla returns with the power source. Instantly, the Mecha Godzilla returned with the power source. Finally, took you long enough. Sorry, sir. Getting out of there was quite difficult. Let alone locating the power source was a much more tougher challenge. Instantly, David grabbed the power source and then plugged it into another cord. And instantly, the consciousness of the two brains end up going inside of the Mechagodzilla's Super Mechagodzilla Fun. The Super Mechagodzilla Fun was his head. And we ended up seeing flashbacks of both Dagon's memories and Luke's memories. It instantly turned on and looked at its environment. Where am I? Who am I? Well, congratulations, you're up. Your name is Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars. And you could say, I am your creator. My creator? Wait a minute. I know who you are. That's right. You're David, Luke's close brother. Exactly. So, tell me, do you remember Godzilla as well? She is Dagon's wife. I could see him and her in my head. I could see all the memories. It's almost as if I was them. You could say that. But not really. You see, I implanted those cords right next to you. By the way, you can unplug them off, by the way. Anyways, I plugged those cords into into Luke's mind, brain, and into Dagon's brain. Surprisingly, I'm surprised that there was a fraction of his brain left. Well, moving on. And I created you to kill your counterpart. Do you know or remember Super Final Wars? Mecha Super Godzilla Final Wars looks back at Luke's memories. Having two minds basically hooked inside of him, he'll be able to see any memories he wished to see and figure out who's this person and who's that person. Instantly, he saw a flashback of Super Godzilla Final Wars. I remember him. He's the guy who was responsible in killing Lucas. That is correct. Now, I need you to do me a favor. What's that, my lord? I need you to go down to planet Earth. Do you know where it's located at? Yeah, I remember. Good. I need you to go to planet Earth, find Super Final Wars and Godzilla, and destroy them. Kill anyone else who gets in your way. As you wish, Lord David. Instantly, Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars took off, heading straight to planet Earth. Instantly, the military G-Force detected the Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars almost instantly while he was on his way down to the planet. Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars landed in the middle of Japan almost instantly. He looks around in his environment. He couldn't see Super Final Wars or Godzilla anywhere. But he didn't care. He ended up remembering what Lucas had to do to lure Super Final Wars out. Cause some chaos and destruction. And he remembers Japan. He remembered was because he ended up seeing how Lucas died. He clearly had similar personality as Lucas and Dagon himself. What is that thing? I don't know, Commander. But whatever it is, it's definitely not friendly. That's no Mechagodzilla I've seen before. It almost looks like the male Godzilla. Super Mechagodzilla the Final Wars ended up firing his beam on the ground, destroying hundreds, if not yet millions of cities at once. His beam was so quick and powerful that it just cut through. It was almost cutting through a mountain when he ended up aiming at a mountain. Launch Kiru. Instantly, Kiru was summoned. It didn't take long for Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars to turn his head and see his first opponent. Huh, another robot like me. I actually find her attractive. Then again, I'm a robot. There's no reason for me to have these emotions, but still I can't help to feel like that she's very attractive. Kira get into a battle pose, and it didn't take long for Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars to accept her to Kira's challenge. Kira fired her lightning at him. Back on the Exilian ship, if Gigan was concerned at first. Why are you concerned, Gigan? Well, isn't that going to overload his systems? Nope. Well, what do you mean? I designed this robot to actually use electricity, harness as much as it can, and then use it back at its opponent. No matter who or what the opponent is, he can use electricity, and he can have so much of it, no matter, even if it sort of overloads its system. As a matter of fact, since it has David and Dagon's minds inside of him, he can harness electricity and just use it as many times he likes. Basically, so what you're saying is that his chances of systems getting overloaded are pretty low. Yeah. Well, I'm liking this Mechagodzilla a lot better.